Hello the internet and welcome back to the live stream. It is July 1, 2020, the 1st of July. Wow, this is Julive, second edition, Julive. What's Julive? Well, it's a live program, a concept thought of by Danny Black. You remember that name, the Danny Black? Back when we were still friends, when he wasn't being a prick to me, he decided that every day for the month of July 2018, 2 years ago now, he was going to go live every single day as this project, Julive. I thought that was brilliant. I couldn't do it back then because I didn't have internet, didn't have suitable internet. The next year, 2019, I jumped at the chance to do it. This year, 2020, I wasn't sure if I was going to do it, not just because of what went down with Danny. The relationship died, and I thought, why would I want to give this man props for an idea he came up with if the guy hates me? By the way, he's banned me from his channel. I went to go and have a look at his stream the other night on the recommendation of Hendrik, and I went to chat, and I've been blocked. So, I don't know, I was like, well, am I going to go and do the July thing? It's like a tribute or a credit to him. And then I decided, what the hell? It can be for anybody, right? It doesn't have to be Danny Black related, but I do want to give the props to the man. He did start this. It was his decision to begin this, so I want to give the credit to him. In the chat right now, if you go across, there is a link to his channel. Now, you might say, why are you promoting him, dude? Well, it is his concept, so you got to give the props to where it belongs. I put his link in the chat. Go and have a look at his channel. We might even have a look at it here on the stream myself. I haven't been over to his channel for a while. I brought it up there in the I brought it up there on my monitor. I'm going to have a look at it. I believe he's got rid of one of his channels, which isn't surprising. His channels come and go as fast as our friendship did, let's just say. But there it is. Go scope Danny Black if you want to go and have a look at him at his channel there. Folks, we're going to be live today for 110 minutes. It's a 110-minute stream. That means tomorrow will be 111 minutes, and as we move forward through the month of July, every single stream will get longer. Now that does open up a lot of scope for some interesting things to happen. I don't really know what's going to happen on these streams. I have a rough outline of concepts and some things I want to do. I know that every 10 streams, so every 10 days, special bottle of Jack will be open, that's for certain. Today we're opening up a real special one, and then 10 days from now it'll be another bottle, 10 days another bottle for the month of July, and then we'll go back to regular programming after July 30. I also want to let you know that I'm nervous as shit. I don't know why. I say this every stream I do on YouTube. I come out here and I am nervous. Nervous, I don't know. I stream every day on DLive. By the way, that's not going anywhere. I'm going to be doing my regular content on DLive as well as YouTube. Although I got to keep an eye on my my data allowance. I reckon I might be going pretty close to using I got 700 gig, 500 gig here on Optus and 200 gig on Telstra, and I reckon I might be getting close to that by the end of this month, but we'll see how that goes. But so nothing's going to change there. It's going to be regular content. Of course, what that does mean is there won't be any streaming from Stevan this month until the very end of the month. I reckon I'm going to be able to test that and get that working. But I'm not doing streaming from Stevan when we do YouTube streams. They're not going to be streams that get longer by a minute. They're just going to be however long we want to drive for, whatever we want to do. So that content on YouTube isn't going to be part of Julive. Julive is the streams that get longer by a minute. So I'm going to wait till the end of the month, and then I'm going to do the first streaming from Stevan will be on DLive. And then the consequent repeat, because don't forget I'm going to be doing both DLive and YouTube. The repeat stream will be on YouTube. It's important to do the YouTube stream, not only because we can look at the DLive as a test, right? You know, it's a little bit more relaxed. You know, we can listen to tunes while we drive. But then when we come to YouTube to do streaming from Stevan, we got to think about different things, right? We got to think about getting demonetized, getting taken off the air. So we've got to be very careful. There'll be no cap game, obviously, on those long streaming from Stevan streams, but the concept will be the same. Now, as we move into this stream today, I do want to acknowledge the chit chat. That's most important. Now, there's hardly anybody up there, but that's completely fine. I'm very, very aware that this may not work for this channel. I know that the wave a day stuff does not work for this channel, so why would streaming every day work for this channel? In fact, I would regard the Gives a Minute YouTube channel to be pretty much dead. To be completely fair, I'd consider this channel pretty much dead. Does that mean I'm going to walk away from it? No. I'm going to persist with it. I'm going to continue. I'm doing this for myself as well as I'm doing it for the content, right? So even if I made a video that popped, and I reckon I've got a daily vlog that may pop coming up, but that's aside from the point. Even if I did make one that popped, like a vlog that popped, that's great. That's a little extra for me. But that's not going to stop me from creating. I've been creating my entire life. Just because my YouTube channel's hit a massive plummet and nothing I do changes that, doesn't mean I'm going to stop creating content. Of course, I'm going to focus a lot of my attention on DLive. DLive is a place where I've made a home and made a great community. And the financial rewards on DLive have been incredible. Oh, I've been on DLive for just over a year, and I can honestly tell you I've earned more financially on DLive in that year than I've earned in my entire YouTube career, not including branded content deals. The branded deals is where I've been able to earn a fair amount of money, but financially from YouTube, from Google, the same finances by a long shot on DLive. So therefore you would think, well, I'm going to focus my attention on DLive. I've already done that. I've already focused my attention on DLive. I'm not going to lose attention on YouTube. That's not going anywhere. So I just wanted to let you know that, you know, people might say, well, why do you bother doing DLive on YouTube, man? Nobody's even there. I'm doing it for myself as much as I'm doing it for you guys. And I don't really mind what happens channel-wise. I understand the importance of having a YouTube channel. I understand how it's important to have your brand recognized, but I don't really... It's kind of a weird one too. Like, I'm recognized as the snorkel guy, but I never wanted that. I never asked for that. It just happened. It just happened to be coincidence that Tattoo, the guy I worked with at the library as a photographer, showed me one time, hey, did you ever see these snorkel masks, man? They're these full face ones. I remember looking at it going, that's pretty weird, eh? Let's buy one. Let's buy one. I should do a review of that. I should do a YouTube review of them. They're strange, aren't they? And then everything changed. I never set out to make a YouTube channel based on snorkel masks. I'll take where it comes, but, you know, it just happened. Back up in the chat. So then Mindy came in. Mindy is so great. Mindy, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the support. She's got a wave there. I'll be cooking while watching the stream because, of course, this is the beauty of these long-form streams for the rest of the planet. It's better timing for you. It's me waking up early, getting shit sorted, and then streaming, which is not ideal. I'd rather stream later in the day where I'm a little bit more chilled, but then everybody else is asleep. So this is a good stream time for the other part of the globe, the sphere, the flat plane we live on. Shiloh Rose in the chat, listening in the car. Oh shit, almost knocked over my water. Thank you, Charlotte. It's, again, same thing to be said for you. Thank you so much for your support on everything that we do here. On all the Gives a Minute brand. Doesn't matter whether it be YouTube, DLive, Twitter, I mean Instagram, right? I do a little bit of Instagram, a bit of Facebook as well. I appreciate you being there, Charlotte Rose. Benny Crawford in the house. Benny Crawford, good morning, Benon. G'day, Benny. How do you do, man? Good to see you. What a nice smiling face. I said see you in 10. Jelly Duck in the house. How are you going, Jelly Duck? Good to see you, man. Nice to have you. Nice to know you. Nice to see you. I thought you were doing a DLive stream. I'll do daily DLive as well, dude. This is Julive. Danny Black began this on YouTube, so I'm gonna stick to the process. I'm not calling it Julive on DLive. I'm just doing my regular content on DLive. Nothing changes there. Mindy's saying hi, Jelly. Hi there, Mindy. SL Hines. Hello, SL Hines from the YouTube. Wow, look at that. I always lurk in your YouTube. Thank you so much. And DLive. Great to see you anyways. Yeah, no worries, Jelly Duck. Look, you might have heard wrong or you might have heard incorrectly, but I never was going to give up YouTube or DLive. This concept of the daily content is supposed to be both, in my mind. But of course, bandwidth. I might run out of data, right? Edie in the house. Edie Murphy. Just Edie. Hello, Edie. Hey there, Benon. How you going, Edie? Good to see you. Nice to have you. Nice to know you. And hi, Mindy. There you go. So the chat's up on the screen there for everybody to play along with. But yeah, that's the concept. So I want to do interesting things here. I want to do cool things. I want to do great things. So if this is a conversation, I say let the conversation begin. Garth Brooks.
Steak?
Steak?
Money's too tight for steak.
Steak?
Toward Jack.
Betty
Slightly smiling face.
Thank you so much for the $5 towards Jack, my friend. And yes, that will go towards Jack. You see what's behind me today. This is a 10th stream. We're opening up that Jack Daniels today on the stream. I am really looking forward to it. We're going to do that as we move into the second phase of the stream. But what I want to tell you a little about here is I want to kind of open this up. I want to open this up to you. Now, I've got plans to have interviews and to have guests. To get to that point, I got the notification this morning. It's shipping to me today. I'm receiving a Mac Mini, a spec'd out one actually. I spec'd it out. Mac Mini, and by the way, that was bought with DLive Lemons. So the Mac Mini I bought with the donations from DLive. That is going to be a separate machine. It's going to run. Maybe it's going to run Discord. I've been told that Discord does video pull-ins just like Skype. Now, if I can pull in a video feed through Discord and dump it into OBS on the Mac Mini, and then I send that feed through the HDMI out into this Mac via this guy, the ATEM Mini, which I just picked up as well with donation alert money. This is a 4-channel switcher, 4 HDMI channel switcher, the ATEM Mini. I'm going to send that feed from the Mac Mini OBS into this OBS, and therefore we will have a separate stream computer and a separate interview computer. And I want to broadcast the image behind me of the guest. So none of this picture-in-picture crap. I want to have the guest behind me on a big panel. And then I want to be able to flick between scenes to say, okay, well, the guest is speaking, give him full screen. There's both of us speaking, flicked it. And I can basically switch on the fly as I interview. Now, that's going to take a little bit of tech required to set it up and to get it working, but it's on its way. The Mac Mini is being shipped today. And also, because they're headless, it's kind of given me a little bit of a throw around because I don't want to buy a separate screen just for the Mac Mini. I don't even really need to see the Mac Mini. I just need to see the feed coming off it. But I do have a pretty lousy Philips. It's like a monitor I paid $77 for. And I could theoretically split the HDMI connection into that by 2. One which I'm using right now, and the other one coming off the Mac Mini, because then I could have 2 feeds coming in. I could just flick between the 2. Anyway, these are all technical issues. This monitor here that you see, this one's a piece of crap. It's really, really bad quality, but it doesn't need to be anything special. It just needs to sit there. It's basically the second monitor that I use for looking for different scenes. Gotta love some Jack and Coke, SL Hines. Totally. Yes, I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to it. Benny Crawford. Hey, Jelly, just SL Hines. There you go. I wonder if that's easy to do, Jelly Duck. Jelly Duck says, just why not just make emotes on YouTube? Emotes on YouTube. I'm not sure what emotes exactly are. I know they're on the phone, which I've never used. I've never used the emote thing, like send a message with the emotes. A Mac Mini, never seen one of those before, says Hines. Yeah, should be cool, should be cool. Guests on video, very cool. Thanks, Edie. And also, before we get to that, on these dual live streams, I do want to open it up to Discord conversation. So if you want to call in on Discord, we've got that feature already available. That's definitely going to be something we can do until we get into the video feeds, because that'll take a little more back-end stuff from my end. I've also neglected to mention that July 1, my new album drops today. It's called The Armageddon. Now, I'm not dropping it here on YouTube. I'm dropping it on DLive. So it's all ready to go, but you won't know where to go to get it unless you watch the DLive stream. But don't worry, if you can't tune into DLive today, tomorrow on this very stream, we're going to go track by track through the album. It's called The Armageddon. It's got 14 songs on it. It's got Duncan Paget from Buzz guesting, helping me out with a few songs. We've got 3 cover songs on there, one of them being an Omnis cover. One of them being the one that you guys asked me to cover, Horn on Blondes with What's Up. And then another one, a Pink Floyd song that Duncan said I could do. This Pink Floyd song is ripe to be That's Ummified, and so I did. So those are the three or the two covers plus the Umnus remake, if you like. And then the other songs are all originals that I've written with help from Duncan to add some extra elements to it. It's all been mixed and mastered. Well, it's been mixed by Lachlan Sheehan from Tracer. He's the Tracer sound engineer. He mixed it for me. Very, very good stuff. They say you can't polish a turd. You can rub it in glitter. Well, he polished it, rubbed it, and completely shined the crap out of that. It's incredible. He did such a good job. So we're going to go track by track for that tomorrow. The big news is I'm letting you all have it for free. That's the big news. And that information's coming on the D Live today and again on the YouTube here tomorrow. But the basic concept is that from today, you can download the album for free. No catches. Just hit the link. I think you got to put an email address in. And that's not for marketing. That's just so that you get the download link sent to you. And basically, you go and download the whole thing in 320 MP3. Included with the release of the album, my favorite band, Ween. So my favorite band on the planet is Ween. We all know that. I've said that many times. I think they're the most unique bunch of dickheads that exist to play instruments. Well, I covered 20 of their songs. So way back in 2017, I covered 10 of their songs. My cousin sent me a disc with, it was called 10 Songs by Ween, and he covered 10 songs that he liked of Ween. So I retaliated with 10 of my own, 10 different songs. And then this time when I released this new album, The Armageddon, I thought, well, hang on. I should record the 10 songs that my cousin recorded, do covers of those, and then I should add 10 more to it. So I recorded 20 songs by Ween. It's called 10 More Songs by Ween. That there is also a download link for free with The Armageddon. And the big news is that not only do you get the download link, the ability to do that for the whole month of July, you can take that for the whole month of July. In that same month, you can order a physical copy of both. It's going to cost 15 Australian bucks. Now, that's not me trying to cash in here and make money. This is just what the thing costs to make. 2 discs. First disc will be looking like this. This is my current album, The Second Umming. This is what it will look like. It'll have basically a similar layout with a nice clear tray with graphic on the disc and graphic underneath. And instead of having a 4-page booklet like this one, we've actually bumped it up to a 6-page booklet. So this is a 4-page booklet. Then the Armageddon's a 6-page booklet. It's going to have graphics done by Duncan as well. He's supplied some very interesting artwork. I did most of it, but I added a little bit of Duncan's sort of like sketchings in there. It just gives it a little bit more of a weird sort of feel. So that's the Armageddon. It's going to look like this. But the second disc, the bonus disc, 10 More Songs by Ween, will actually be a cardboard sleeve, something similar to this, where you've got just a slit here with a disc in it. 20 Songs by Ween. All the artwork will be on there. Now, the reason I'm doing it this way, the reason I'm saying if you want it, you've got to put your money down through the month of July, is because when I did this copy, this album here, The Second Umming, I only made 20 copies of it. I thought 20 is enough. And I've got 2 more left. People have been asking me, man, where can I get a hard copy? Where can I get a hard copy? I've been giving this out for free for so long. But if you wanted a hard copy, they're all gone. There aren't any left. Like, I've only got 2. I got one for myself to like keep in storage and one to like accidentally drop, right? So I figured with the Armageddon, I don't want to make money off this. Like I'm saying, I'm not a musician. This is not my thing. My thing is the live streaming, the content. But I don't want to get to the point where people say, dude, where can I get myself a copy of the Armageddon? They're like, nah, we gave you a whole month to decide if you want it. You can have it for free for the whole month. After July, we're going to cut. I got a web page coming. It's already done. We got a web page. I'm going to kill the web page. That's going to kill the download link. If you want the album after that, you got to go and buy it on Spotify or Apple Music or any of those places. Up until July 30, you can download both of them for free. And if you want a hard copy, you can smash your $15 down in the order on the order form, and then at the end of July, I'll take all the orders and go and get them manufactured, and I'll ship them out to you. I'll also include a bunch of Gives a Minute stickers. I might even do a little handwritten note on the back of the stickers, just so you can see how terrible my handwriting is and the reason why I don't use handwriting. But yeah, is this a metal album? Not a metal album at all, Jelly Duck. In fact, nothing like that at all. Not a metal album at all. There might be one song which you could regard as being hot dog heavy, but I wouldn't call it metal. Yeah, should be cool. Should be cool. I mean, I'm really pumped. I'm really pumped. And if you're very interested, D-Live today is when we're going to be dealing. We're gonna literally roll that out on D-Live. I could do it right now, but I'm holding it for D-Live. Gotta have something, like, gotta have a little bit of. It's gotta be something to look forward to, right? Look forward to the album. Congrats. Thanks, Edie. Thanks very much. And by the way, the $15. I was asking yesterday on D-Live. I was thinking it's going to be between 13 to 15. Now, I'm using a company called Troy Horse. If you want to go on, I mean, you can go and do the research and see how much a 6-page booklet with print on the disc and under tray and a little cardboard sleeve disc, how much that costs, right? It's basically for 100 units, it's going to cost $15, and I'm not making anything off that. And that's me going and picking them up. They're not even going to ship them to me. I'll go and pick them up to save costs. So I said to D-Live, what do you think? 13 to 15, is that fair? Is that a fair price? And everybody said, should be higher, right? Make that higher. It's like, well, I don't want to make money off this. And by the way, if any money does come from it, any additional, I'm factoring in, maybe we'll get 50 orders, if 50, right? But if we get 150, then I'm going to pay Lachlan from Tracer first. I'm going to give him some cash for mixing it. Then I'm going to give some cash to Duncan. That's the point. That's the process where that'll roll to. It's not, like I said, I'm not making money off the album. That's not the point of it. I don't want to be a musician. I don't want to sell records. I just want you guys to hear what we've done because it's fun. Basically, that's the whole point of it. It's fun. In fact, when I first began making music as That's the concept was that I wasn't even telling my friends. I'd just send them a disc in the mail. And they'd get this thing in the mail and they'd be like, what is this? Turn it over. It's like, That's is Benon Julius William Otto Kirpsch. And he is a dickhead. He doesn't take this kind of... I used to put this stuff on the albums. He doesn't take this kind of stuff very seriously, and neither should you. You pop that in your CD player and you sit back and you're like, dude, this is what you've been doing for the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks? Yeah, you need to work harder on that. That was the point of it, right? That's the whole point of my music. As you do go along, do the CD signature. I could sign that as well. Good point, Jelly Duck. Yeah, I'll change. I'll add that to the I'll add that to the thing. I'll sign them as well. Hey, Tony Kralajic. Hey, g'day, Tony. How do you do? Tony, good to see you. Benny with the triple give. The diamond, the ice cream, the lemon. Shit, yeah, Benny. I just saw that. Very cool. Very cool. Tony Kraljic, what did you retract your message for? Do I see it in the hard bake there? Tony Kraljic? No, it's missing from there as well. Voodoo Lady by Ween. I didn't cover that one. Jelly Duck. I can tell you what I did cover, though. I could even give you a sneaky peek. I could do this. How could I do this? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring up the artwork. Do you want a sneaky peek at both artworks? I'll give you a sneaky little peek at the front cover of the Armageddon. Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it now, folks. This is the artwork for the Armageddon. Let me show you here. This is what the Armageddon looks like. The artwork, the front cover artwork. So, as I said before, Duncan added some little tidbits to that. See the road there, the road going into the distance? You can see some sort of like strange kind of sketchings. And those sketchings flow through the rest of the artwork. Duncan's responsible for that. So that's the artwork for the Armageddon. And then we've also got the artwork for 20 songs or 10 more songs by Ween. Now, whenever I do a Ween cover album, which I've only done 2 of, I use their cover art from each of their albums. So their first cover, God, Ween, Satan, the Oneness, just had a big picture of Bugnish, right? The demon god Bugnish. And I used that and I changed it to That's The next album they released was called The Pod. And what they did with The Pod was they took a Leonard Cohen album, a greatest hits by Leonard Cohen, and they just changed it to Ween the Pod and put their track listings. And instead of having Leonard Cohen on the front holding himself like this, they had the bass player from Ween with a. They used this Scotch. They said that they were getting high off Scotch Guard, and they were using this mask to do it. So what I did was I put on a full face snorkel mask, and I did a mimic of the Leonard Cohen cover, and it looks like this. So this is literally the same cover art. I can make that probably a little larger. This is the same cover art as the Leonard Cohen album, but that's me with my Armio power breather. And the songs there, I'll read the songs out for you. Reggae Junkie Jew, first track. Sorry Charlie, track 2. Someday, track 3. Baby Bitch, track 4. The Grobe, track 5. She Wanted to Leave, track 6. Pork Roll, Egg and Cheese, track 7. She Fucks Me, track 8. Captain Fantasy, track 9. Buenos Tardes Amigo, track 10. Tender Situation, track 11. The Golden Eel, track 12. Mononucleosis, track 13. I Get a Little Taste of You, track 14. What Dina Was Talking About, track 15. Wonderful Tonight, track 16. Not a Ween song, but I do it the way Ween do it. That's an Eric Clapton song, by the way. Ween covered that very, very brown, and I did the same. Track 17, It's Gonna Be Alright. Track 18, If You Could Save Yourself, You'd Save Us All. Track 19, Falling Out. And track 20, The Rift. So those are the tracks on the album, and you guys will be able to download that for free this afternoon on DLive. And if you want a physical copy in this kind of format, in a sleeve, with that artwork, and then again, that with the Armageddon, you're going to have to put your $15 down either tomorrow, either today, or throughout the month of July. At the end of July, it's one. Like, I'm going to be promoting this every day. I'm going to be talking about this every day. I'm going to be smashing the promo. And the reason is because by the end of the month, if you wanted it, you had the whole month to decide. And at the end of the month, we snap it off. And I kill the website, and I take all those orders, and we get it printed, and I go on. I'm going to change the thing. I'm going to add the signature to it, and we go from there. So that's what's happening in July here on YouTube. Where are we? We're on YouTube. Here on YouTube and on DLive. But like I said, folks, this is a project began by Danny Black. So let's have a little look at his channel. I haven't been over here for a number of months, aside from the stream last night. Or not last night, a few nights ago. It does upset me that he's killed his music channel. He used to have in the About section, how to describe this channel. Can you see that? Is that too small? Description, how to describe this channel. A musician making my way through life, getting crazy opportunities to travel the world and trying to make something entertaining, informative for you guys to watch. My goal is to at least inspire one viewer. If that happens, I'm happy. Well, he inspired me. So there's the goal done. He inspired me. He totally inspired me. Interesting. I guess the difference here is, and I've already said this a few times, but Danny is a musician and he wants to make music his thing. Me, I don't, and I don't care for that. I don't. How many subscribers have I got on DLive? Followers. I've almost got 3,000 followers. If I could get 30 of those to buy the album, that means I would have made 30 people giggle or have a bit of a laugh, or at least question things. Sit back and go, do I really want to follow this guy on DLive? Did you hear his album? Did you hear that? Did you hear the dementedness behind that? Did you? Yeah, it's sonically and audibly done very well. But did you hear the lyrics? Did you hear the musicianship on there? Do I really want to follow that guy? That's kind of my motive. My motive isn't to sell T-shirts and go on tour, which Danny does. But yeah, I mean, and that's the difference here, I guess. That's the big difference. But interestingly, he used to have his music channel linked up here. Now he's got Toby the Demon, which is like a leftover from another channel he had. No content. Oh, there's his music channel. Oh, here it is. Here. No, I had it open. Sorry. So he does still have his music channel. Now, obviously, we can't look at any of this stuff. By the way, that's a month ago, so he doesn't do anything here anymore. See, I wondered what happened to Danny's 20 and 20. Remember he was talking about 20 and 20? I'm going to do 20 days on social media, 20 days off. What happened to that? What happened to every day a new song release on the music channel? He said he had like a bunch of maybe 1,000 songs in his catalog, and I know he does because I've seen them on his iPad. gonna do a song every day and release that. What happened to that? See, what I'm getting at here is Danny changes things so rapidly, it's difficult to follow along. And if you're outside the sphere, which I am now because he's banned me and where our friendship's over, I get lost in what he's doing. If you go back to his channel here, go back to the actual Danny Black channel. Hey. And I don't want to watch anything here because I know he uses a lot of copyright stuff and we're on YouTube and I don't want to get dinged. So he has been uploading uploads 4 days ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So he's been doing weekly streams. Are they streams? Oh, they're uploads. Hang on, sorry. Phew, July is going to be busy. It is going to be a busy month, Eddie. Yeah, for sure. Uploads. I know these are lives as well. So he's been doing weekly stuff. Okay, cool. Weekly content. Weekly content, looks like. He's got a Mac Mini as well. Oh, can we watch that? Should we watch? Oh, shit. Should we watch this? I kind of want to watch this. But I don't want to get dinged. Hang on, if he's used endemic sound, I'll get dinged. I kind of want to watch this. I do want to look at that because that's probably the model I bought, the 2020 Mac Mini. I didn't realize you and Danny aren't friends. Yeah, it kind of sucks, Edie. I'm being honest, it does suck. He barred my friendship. He said, I don't want to be friends with you because I don't want you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I want to find that out myself. I gave him some tips and I said, man, at the point of your streams, because he was doing what's it called? He was doing America versus Australia, and he was also doing the morning show, the Not So Morning Show. And I made a comment to him saying, dude, everything about this, the intro piece, like the way the graphic comes in and the swooshes and the elements and all that looks incredible. And the little in-between bits where you cut to something, everything is like such a good production. Like it's so high up there. It's like a studio production, right? It's like it is a morning show. It was called Not the Morning Show, but the quality of it was up there like a morning show. But unfortunately, the content between that, so the actual content was way down in the quality. So whether it be the bandwidth, whether it be just the actual thing that it is, like the actual performance or whatever it was lower than the intro. And I said, maybe just drop the intros back to something a little bit more tamer and a bit less polished, and therefore the level of content will match the intro. Because right now you've got this beautiful intro, and then you get into the content and it drops right back. It's like something's not right there. You got to bring these two together so that the performance and the intros and all the little, he was always doing drops and stuff. And I think he got it from Scotty Donnelly, the idea of like a radio jockey, right? Like to be funny. And he was doing it, but it wasn't all matching up. And I just said casually, I said, man, maybe just drop the intro stuff back and work on bringing the production level up on the rest of the content. And he sent me a message saying, basically, I don't want you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. I want to find that out myself, and therefore we can no longer be friends. Like, what? Are you serious? Right? Really? That's a real shame, man. Like, if I'm a friend of yours and I can't say things like that to you to help you and to sort of point you into the direction that maybe might be better for you, what kind of a friendship is that? Like, is your ego so high up that you can't look back down on me and say, oh, thanks, man, I appreciate you letting me know. I didn't think of that. Yeah, you're right. Like, I have been going pretty crazy with those intros and all the swooshes and all the effects and stuff. And it's taken a lot of my time, so I've been neglecting the actual content. Yeah, you're probably right, man. I'll go back to an old intro and I'll work on the content. And I gotta tell you, he did that. He did exactly, that's the irony. He did the exact thing that I suggested, but he barred my friendship at the same time. He said, no, I can't be friends with you. If you're gonna tell me what I'm doing wrong, I want to find out myself. I don't want you to be the one to tell me. But he did change it, and the morning show went I thought that thing was really cool. Too bad friends can disagree. Exactly, Edie. Yeah, totally. I mean, and I struggled with it for quite a while because I genuinely liked the guy. I thought Danny was I thought he was a smart, funny, interesting character. I never thought he'd do what he did. I never thought he'd be like, almost like a high and mighty. I can't be friends with you because you think you can tell me what I'm doing wrong. What are you, the king here? Like, you're just another player, man. Like, just like I am. And I'm a friend, and like, I'm supposed to be the one to help you, right? Very, 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 very confusing, very concerning. Long and the short of it is that I still promote his stuff, right? I still wear his shirts. I still talk about I'm still giving him props here for July. I wanted to check out his channel. Benny says, don't do it. It'll be a ding. Look at it later. Okay, fair call. I really wanted to look at that, though. I'll look at it off stream, though. Yeah, it's a shit situation. Obviously, it stems into the creator cast stuff. That's where it sort of stems from initially. So I took a stance against Jay Boston and what he did. Now Danny went along and basically said, "Well, Jay, I like what Jay does, so I'm going to take his side." I just wonder how far that can go, right? Like, how far can you, if you can maintain a friendship with Jay, whatever Jay does, no matter what he does, then why can't you maintain a friendship with me when I'm trying to help you anyway? Whereas Jay's just trying to climb all over you at that point. And I'm not speaking in recent times. I know that they've teamed up with his Paranormal Explorers, which is sort of interesting, I suppose. Bit cringe, but it's kind of interesting. And I guess Jay's trying to ride a trend there as well. I'm just waiting for Jay to do a Paranormal Explore where he finds the ghost of Rosie. That's coming, right? I predict two things that Jay will do. I predict he'll do a paranormal stream where he finds the ghost of Rosie the shark, and that'll be the way he can tie the paranormal into the Rosie stuff. And I predict he will do a review or an in-depth analysis of the Jed board's manual, because that's been released recently. I predict he'll do that, even though he said, and even though he's been told, do not touch Jed boards, you're not welcome, and he's made such bad mistakes with those boys in the past, he will still do that because Jay will do Jay. But yeah, that's what'll happen. That's what he'll do. He'll do we went back down to the old Crystal World. What was it called? That's where the new place. That's the new spot. He'll go down to the spot where the wildlife park, where the old location was. He'll talk to an owner of an estate that has like a shed or something, and he'll go into the shed or something, and he'll set up his EMF reader, and he'll say, well, this is where the shark. He probably won't even do that. He'll probably say the shark was already dead, but the remnants of the shark lived on here. So we're gonna scour the land and try to find any signs of life. You know, it's all a load of wank. We've seen it before on YouTube, and that stuff trends because like 9-year-olds get off on it, right? They think that they're really talking to the ghost of 6ix9ine Takeshi or whatever. You know, that's what Jay will do, because Jay will be Jay. We've seen Jay being Jay. He came onto my D-Live stream, right? He came back onto my D-Live stream the other day. Just a Jay Boston YouTuber followed you. I'm like, well, you followed me. What? Why? Like you're allowed to follow my content. Everybody's welcome on my content. No denying that. But why would you do that? The last I spoke to you, you doxed me. You doxed me in the chat. You slammed me in the chat. The very last thing that you said to me was negative towards me in my own chat, and you tried to turn my chat against me. So then you come back and you follow me. It's a little perplexing, right? Like, don't get me wrong, you're welcome here, but it's a little perplexing. Unless you're going to send me a message privately and say, dude, I messed up about that shit before in the chat when I put your address and I doxed your living situation. I'm sorry for that. I'm thinking about swinging by your channel, having a look at your D-Live. You know, I'll see you in the chat. No.
Steak? Money's too tight for steak. Steak?
I have work today, but I will leave you on in the background and listen in. Double gifts today.
Thank you, TKK1990. Thanks for the $10, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. I have work today, but I'll leave you on in the background and listen in. Thank you very much. Double gives, yeah, double gives, and I'll see you on the D-Live later on, man. But I appreciate you swinging by with that tenner. Thank you so much, dude. Just to wrap this thing up, and then we'll move into the Jack. But so Jay did that. Never even explained to me that he was going to come back, and then he just kind of says, "Oh, I just wanted to put things in the past." It's like, well, that's great for you wanting to do that, Jay. But last we spoke, you slammed me, and you doxed me, and you put shit in my chat, which is pretty derogatory, right? To make me look bad. So you tried to push me down. Now, the only thing that's happened since then is that I looked at it in the chat and I ignored you. We addressed it later on, and then you went away. And the next thing you come back like everything's fine. You haven't said anything to me about it. You haven't reached out to me privately. Then he said, well, I also wanted to thank you for buying my merch. I'm like, you know what, man? I bought that merch almost 2 years ago, and you never thanked me then. And you would have got the email, right? You would have got an email saying, from Spreadshirt, gives a minute, just purchased your merch, or Ben on Curbsh at Gmail just bought your merch. You never thanked me at the time. You never thanked me at the time. I made a daily vlog about it. I put it online. I tagged you in it. I did 2 other daily vlogs. And then 2 years later, you think the way to thank me is to come into my chat and just talk to me like nothing's wrong. Like, that's very, very weird behavior. But then again, I'll say it again, Jay will do Jay. And we've seen it countless times. So I don't know what to say. But the long and the short of it is that I'm banned from Danny Black's channel. I went to give him props and say, oh, you know, how's everything, this and that. I'm banned from his channel. He's banned me. So that's where that's at. But folks, I'll tell you what I want to do. I want to go and get myself a fresh glass and a glass of ice, because when we come back from this, we're going to be opening the Jack. It's a 10th stream. Every 10 streams on YouTube, we open up a special bottle of Jack, and what a special bottle that one is. Oh, I cannot wait. But I'm going to need ice, and I'm going to need a little break to recover myself. So in the intermission, I want to play you guys, you know the band Youth Group? Well, they're a band that kind of, well, you know what? I don't need to spoil it. I've got all the information right here. Enjoy Youth Group, after which, Jack.
Welcome back to the Slightly Random Daily Song! Now, I'm going to show you the shirt I'm wearing today, and I want to see if you can work out what the band name is from this graphic. Have a look. I'm going to give you a few moments there to sort of suss that shizzle out, because I think it's a messy piece of art, and it's very difficult to find what the actual wording is. Did you get it? Did you work it out? I'll give you the little clue. In fact, I'll just tell you what it is. Youth Group. Show you again. Youth Group. You see the youth? You see the group? Now that you see it there, you can't unsee it, but it's very difficult to spot. Now, the connection with this band and myself goes back way, way, way in history. A friend of ours in our circle of friends, Lisa, was dating a man by the name of Danny. Now, I don't know the history here so clearly, and I'm not even sure if Danny was a drummer when Lisa started dating him, or if it was the other way around, if he began playing drums while dating Lisa. Either way, he moved into the drummer position with this band, Youth Group, as they were sort of forming. It was the beginning phases. And how does that involve me? Well, not so much. Danny would come to parties with Lisa. She'd often mention he's in a band called Youth Group. To be fair, I thought the name Youth Group was a pretty lousy name back in the day. It kind of reminded me too much of, you know, the church youth group, right? What we used to go to on a Friday night. So it was kind of like, had this sort of, not a negative annotation, but just like a, you know, you're young and you kind of scoff at something and you don't really need to. We kind of scoffed at the name. Lisa was always saying, you should check them out. They're really, really good. They're really quite something. And it took a while, but once I did check them out, I was like, you know what? This is actually really, really good stuff. And moving forward into history, bass player in this band, I knew of this bass player because he was playing with the Vines. Now, you know the band The Vines, right? Well, there's a, and I don't know this story myself so well, but there was a famous incident. I think it was on one of the late night American television shows. It might have even been Letterman. And Patrick Matthews, the bass player in the Vines, pulled up stumps and quit due to Craig Nichols' performance or antics or something. He just said, I don't want to be involved. But, and I'm paraphrasing, but he got out of the Vines and he joined Youth Group. Then there were parties in Newtown where Lisa and Danny were living in a big house in some back street of Newtown. And I recall having discussions about that with Patrick. It was kind of a little bit guarded about it. Fair enough. It was a big move to move from, you know, one of the biggest bands in the world. The Vines were huge, right? On top of the world. To move into Youth Group that was sort of not quite that big. Mind you, the song I'm gonna play from you from the album Casino Twilight Dogs also includes the single Forever Young. They covered the Alphaville song, which did put Youth Group on the global map. That's not the track I want to play for you though. I really love this track, Daisy Chains. It's kind of this really sort of transcending, flowing, melodic song. It doesn't really have a verse, chorus. It's just kind of got more of a build-up to a pretty spectacular finale. I really think it's beautiful. Toby Martin, the vocalist from Youth Group, has got a beautiful voice, beautiful vocal range, incredible stuff. I want to play you that song from Casino Twilight Dogs. This is their third album, their third full-length album. 2006 this came out. You got a beautiful view there. I'm going to put you guys down here. Make sure you can see the ocean. Put you down like this. Get a nice angel here. Whoa, 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 get out of there. Grass! That's a pretty good angel, yeah? You got a good spot there? Well, while you enjoy that view, enjoy the sounds of Youth Group from the Casino Twilight Dogs album from 2006, the track Daisy Chains. folks. It's a beauty, isn't it? That's from Casino Twilight Dogs from Youth Group, the album from 2006, the track Daisy Chains. Isn't that a beautiful movement of a song? Very, very moving. Moving. It's a beautiful song. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. A quick side note, I've got a funny story I forgot to tell you. So, Youth Group kind of went on a slight hiatus for a while, or they were kind of quiet for a number of years. They put out a record last year, that's aside from the story, but I was photographing a festival in Adelaide called the St. Jerome's Laneway Festival. I guess this was 2010, 2011 maybe 2012. I don't know, I don't remember what year it was. I'm photographing this band called The Drums. I'm getting the photos, this and that, and nothing to write home about, just one of the bands on the bill. The next morning, I'm at home editing those photos. I'm kind of cropping in on one of the drummer shots. By the way, the drums, the band isn't about the drummer, the band's just called The Drums. I'm cropping in on it, I'm looking at it going, what the hell? And I'm looking at the drummer going, that's Danny. That's Danny Lee Allen from Youth Group in the drums. The other part of the story I neglected to tell you was that Danny moved to America a long time ago and set up shop there. And I guess during that time, Youth Group sort of tailored off for a while. And apparently he joined the band The Drums, and it was just a bit of a trip to see him, well, after the fact, to spot him in Australia touring with another band. I didn't even see him on the day. I'm photographing on the day. I'm at the stage, and I didn't even see the guy. You know, I miss stuff, right? I miss a lot of stuff, and I missed that. It was so strange. Anyway, while I sit down and think about all the things I miss, you guys can go back to the live stream.
Oh shit! Sorry folks, you caught me! I was too busy looking at my father's cufflinks. Yes, look at these beautiful cufflinks from my late father. Charlotte Rose, have I missed the jack? No, you have not. You're here just in time. Look at this hideous hair. Folks, I cannot wait for this any longer. You know, every 10 streams here on the D-Live. Haven't even had any jack yet. Every 10 streams here on the YouTube, we open up a special bottle of Jack. Every 10 streams, it's a different bottle. It's never going to be repeated. Always a different Jack bottle. So with that being said, I want to let you know that this is the 110th stream. So this means we've opened up 10 bottles beforehand. If you're just here for the Jack Daniels stuff, if you love your product Jack like I do, in the chat right now, I'm popping links, timestamped links to every other opening. So when you click those links, they actually go straight back to a stream at the correct time when we opened up whatever the bottle it is there. Now, this is a bot doing this for me, but you see we've opened up a nice bottle every 10 weeks. We've gone 1907. That's the Australian only Jack. We did that first. I thought that was a good place to start. Australian only Jack, 1907. We've opened up Legacy Edition 1, which was very, very good. The green bottle. That one's really tasty. Tennessee Honey. Yeah, Tennessee Honey. I'm digging the Tennessee Honey. We did an Old Number 7, a 1 litre version of Old Number 7. So that's the big bottle. We did an Old Number 7, 50 ml. Now, again, I'm telling you, it's not ever going to be repeated. The bottle's never going to be repeated, but there's different size bottles. We did Goose's Bold Selection 2009, 2019 at number 2, and I think that's stalled there. There should be more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That only has 6 in there. Either way, folks, there are others. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There are others. You can search them yourself. That I don't know why that only did 6, but I'll have to look into that, why that did 6 at a time then. But anyway, what's going to happen now, folks? We are going to be opening up a very special bottle of Jacks. This is something I've never had before. I know Shyla's had one in the chat. I'm going to grab it here off the shelf ski. Yeah. Look at this, folks. Oh, yeah. Wow. What a suave looking bottle. What a What a beautiful looking shaped bottle. I'm getting a little excited here, folks, but this here is Tennessee Taster's Hickory.
Welcome back to the super quick wave a day edit.
And that there is the wrong freaking button. I meant to do this. Folks, this here is the Hickory Smoked Tennessee Taster. Now, what are the Tennessee Tasters? These are a special release of bottle. Yes, you can see it's very small. It's very thin. It's almost like a hip flask, right? 375 mil is basically the size we're looking at here. Very, very little. Very, very small and very expensive. Outside of America, where this is only available, a limited edition bottle only available in the States and only available at the distillery in Tennessee. You may be able to find it at select stores that have bought bulk from the distillery, but this doesn't get shipped anywhere else. This is a distillery only. It's like I said, it's one of 5 of these Tennessee Tasters that are out there. This is one of 5 of them. There's 5 others. Sorry, there's 4 others. This is one of them. Now, this one here, charcoal hickory smoked. What is hickory? I don't know. I want to learn about what hickory is. Let's go and have a little look here. Your body's drunk. He's drunk and slow, and then I hit a wrong key, and I haven't even had any yet. Let's learn a little about what hickory smoked. What is hickory? What does hickory smoked mean? Let's have a little look here. Cutting edge firewood. Make this a little larger. Hickory smoked food has a bold flavor that brings sweet and savory together and complements a wide variety of meat. Many people compare it to a combination of maple and mesquite. Mesquite. I don't even know what that is. Mesquite? Mesquite? What the hell is mesquite? What the heck is mesquite? The place in Texas? Mesquite is a common name for several plants in the genus. Let's get rid of the mark tab there. Okay, Prospis, which contains over 40 specimens of small leguminous. That's a little small for you guys, isn't it? Make that a little larger. They are native to southwestern United States and Mexico. Mesquite. Mesquite, says Charlotte Rose in the chat. Mesquite, okay. The mesquite originates in the Mescati. What does it mean, though? Okay. So that's what it is. How do you eat it? How do you eat it? Mesquite. Uses. Once the pod is dry, the whole pod is edible and can be ground into flour and made into bread. So you can make mesquite bread. Interesting. Okay. Control strategies. Okay, it's also a pest. Okay, so there you go. That's mesquite. I didn't know what that was. Okay. Many people compare hickory smoked to the flavor of maple and mesquite. It is sweet like maple, yet still offers the distinct smoky flavor that so many people love. Now, I'm going to really enjoy this because I do love my Lagavulin. Although I got to tell you, I've gone off it over the years. I drank too much of it. I drank too much of the Lagavulin, the 16-year-old, and I stopped liking it. I guess that's too harsh. I didn't stop liking it, but I just grew less and less fond of it. So this could be what I need to swing me back towards the smoky flavors. But what exactly does hickory smoked mean, and how to cook food using this otherwise popular method? What you should know, hickory smoked refers to cooking food, typically chicken, pork, beef, and wild game, over a hickory wood-burning fire. As it burns, the hickory releases flavorful smoke that penetrates deep into the food to inject it with new flavor. Shit, yeah. What's a hickory wood-burning fire? Okay, so that's the hickory. So hickory is wood. Hickory is a legendary cooking wood and is known for packing a powerful flavor punch. Whether you're using chunks, splits, or sticks, hickory will provide a great cooking experience with amazing flavor and a wood that burns for a long time. We offer a variety. Okay, there you go, hickory. So do you go into the woods and walk past a hickory tree? Is that where it comes from? Hickory smoking is typically done when you cook food low and slow, giving large pieces of meat time to break down, stay juicy, and be extra tender. Oh, this just sounds so lovely. But you can also add a great hickory flavor when grilling food at a high temperature or shorter amounts of time. Okay, there's 2 ways to do it. There are obviously many types of wood you can smoke or grill food over, but hickory is a very popular choice because of its bold flavors and unique properties. Hickory wood comes from the hickory tree in the genus Karya. Karya. Get in the car, y'all. There are approximately 19 species of the hickory tree, and about a dozen of which are native to the States. Other species can be found in China, India, Mexico, and Canada. Okay. They're deciduous, meaning they shed their leaves once a year during the fall. When the spring returns, they regrow their leaves and repeat the cycle. Hickory, according to Wikipedia, hickory is used to make everything from wheel spokes and drumsticks to golf club shafts, walking sticks, and furniture. I never knew this shit. I did not know this. It's prized among product manufacturing companies because of its combination of strength, durability, density, and shock resistance. Not the strongest wood on the planet, nor is it the most durable. However, the combination of the aforementioned characteristics isn't something that you will find in other types of wood. It's a combination that is entirely unique to hickory, and that's what it looks like. Okay. Oh, look at that, folks. Wow, that looks so rad. So we got a different types of wood: logs, chunks, splits. Cooking logs, cooking chunks, cooking splits. Conclusion: the best hickory smoked flavor comes from the best hickory firewood. Okay. Okay, we definitely learned a lot then, folks. I'm very, very stoked to have learnt that, but let's get back to here. So therefore, this product is going to have hints of smoky wood flavoring. That makes sense, right? It's going to have a wood smoky feel to it. So they put these staves. Now, what's a stave? I guess a stave is like a chunk of wood. That goes into the oak barrels where this whiskey, the Jack Daniels, which starts as old number 7, right? Goes into the charred hickory staves into the oak barrels. So they say here that it's an ideal pairing with barbecue. Now, this has been selected by master taster Marsha Hale. I do not know who Marsha Hale is. Let us learn. Marsha Hale. Marsha Hale? I guess it's kind of a common name. Let's Marsha Hale taster. Whoops. Marsha Hale taster. Great for campfire cooking and a barbecue sauce. Hell yeah, Charlotte. Is that... No, you didn't have this one, did you? You had the High Angels barrel share. Okay, executive... Here we got it. We got a link here, folks. Marsha Hale, executive administrative assistant for Jack Daniels. Oh, I got a... What the... Ah, you silly LinkedIn shit. I don't want to sign in. Ah, that sucks. Okay. Marsha Hale on Pinterest. That's not her. I should have a picture of Jack Daniels. That's a shame that we don't see anything unless we have to sign into Pinterest. LinkedIn. Collector of Jack, Hickory smoked. Could have something about her. I'm trying to find about the woman, right? I'm trying to find about the taster. This selection was from master taster Marsha Hale, whom, according to her LinkedIn profile, has worked at Jack Daniels for 31 years. This came out in 2018, so it's quite a while ago. Oh, yeah, back to LinkedIn. Okay, that's a little frustration from LinkedIn, but you got to go and sign in. I'm not going to do that. I have a LinkedIn profile. I don't need one. 50% ABV. 50%. This is 100 proof. This is going to knock your head off, right? So that's probably why it's only a small amount here. Now, here on the YouTube stream, I'm going to taste this neat, and I'm going to taste it on the rocks. And then later on today on the D Live, we're going to have it with cock. That's right, with cock. With real cock. Coke. Pop. Soda pop. One other thing I want to hit before we open it. I said before this is expensive. So from the distillery, you're looking at around about 35 to 40 US dollar mark. Now to get this into Australia, you're looking at around the $220. If you buy this from there's a place called the Wine Barrel House. I think that's where Charlotte Rose bought hers from. $220 plus shipping for this bottle. 220 Australian dollars. Let's call it 230 including shipping to get this small bottle of whiskey to you. Sells for $40 at the distillery. I don't understand how it's that expensive to get it into Australia. Even if you ship it into Australia, why would it be that expensive? You'd think it would double the price, maybe. And then you get the alcohol tax, but there's only 375 mils of it, right? It's not like we got a whole liter of this. It's like less than half a liter. So folks, I could talk about this longer, or I could do the honorable thing and open the sucker, and I'm dead set keen to open it. It's worth it. Laugh out loud. Okay, Charlotte Rose. We're going to try it right now on the stream. Let's crack this open. All right, what's the smell like? Oh my lord. Oh. Dude, I kind of want to shake it up a little bit. Shake it up. Probably should have agitated it. But that does smell extremely lovely. Oh, what? Before I drink this, Sin Master, Charlotte Rose, Benny, and also Adrian Banks, thank you for your contributions to the Jack Behind Me Fund that enabled this to get to me. You know how expensive this was. You guys facilitated this coming towards me. Thank you so much. Let's test this sucker. Again, we don't want to go too much here because I've already taken the top off, right? See what's going on here? It's not a very big bottle. It feels rad to hold, though. I got to tell you, it feels like a sick handheld bottle. I just don't want to knock it over. Let's get a little bit of air in here. Here we go, folks. My first ever Tennessee taster from Jack Daniels. This is Hickory Smoked. Cheerses. Here's the thing. I'd like more smokiness, if I'm being honest. Ooh, it's there. Now it's there. Heck yeah. What? Dude, it's like when you get it on your mouth and your tongue and you let the air around it. It's all over the mouth. Wow. Oh, this is a shame. This is a shame. This is too good. This is too good. Why can't they make this in a liter bottle and make it regular price? That is really, really good. What? Oh. Okay, so here's the thing here. What we're tasting, we've got the unmistakable taste of Jack Daniels. It's Jack Daniels. It's got that sweet sort of charcoal-y flavor, but then there's this major, major smoky infusion. It just comes out from the side and goes, dang, 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 whack, and it whacks you. Marsha Hale, you legend. Holy shitballs. It's so different, yet so Jack. I gotta read the back of this to you guys. I gotta read this to you. It says here, so this is selection number 2, released in the fall of 2018. In celebration of the 30th anniversary of our World Championship Invitational Barbecue, wouldn't mind going to that sometime, we've combined 2 Lynchburg traditions. And by the way, I'm reading across the bottle here because it goes around the label. We've combined 2 Lynchburg traditions into one bottle, the barbecue and the Jack Daniels, by immersing charred hickory staves in our oak barrels. We've complemented the classic taste of our Tennessee whiskey by finishing it with a hint of hickory smoked wood. I think the hint could be a little stronger. If I could change, hey Marsha, if I could change this a little, I'd make the smoky hint a bit more of a hint. But then again, I'm going from the Lagavulins here. We think it perfectly pairs with a barbecue on the 4th Saturday in October. For those Americans out there, what's the 4th Saturday in October special? Is that Independence Day or something? Or on any day of your choosing for that matter. Master Taser, Marsha Malay Hale. She's got a middle name too. Marsha Thalay? Marsha T.H. Thanlay? Marsha Thanlay Hale. What a cool name. Yeah, I gotta tell you, that is that is so lovely. That is a shame that this is so expensive in Australia. Wow. I'm really looking forward to tasting this with Coke later on. Go and get some real Coke. Folks, I'll tell you what we can do here. Whilst I still enjoy the Jack, I want to do the thing. I want to open this up for you guys. If you want to call in, if you do want to call in on the Discord, you're welcome to. Now, there's no obligation, but if you want to call in, I put the link in the chit chat now for you. It's there for you if you want to call in. You don't have to, but if you wanted to call in, have a chit chat. I want to open this stuff up to the givers, so it's in the chat for you. Won't be as strong with a mixer. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I mean, 50% is kind of pretty damn strong, right? Like 43 is regulation, Jack. So I don't mind that it's this strong, but it means you'll only need to put like a little bit with the Coke, right? You won't need to put too much in there. Oh, it's such... I don't know about the High Angels barrel share that you had, Charla, but this is my first taster. Was that your first ever taster as well? I don't know. By the way, if I'm going to announce the call-in line, I probably should join it as well. Okay, I'm in there too. I'm in there as well now. Yeah, I don't know if that's the only one you've ever had, Charla Rose, but it is your first. Okay. Are you thinking about getting any others at any point? It's... I kind of want this to be more smoky, less price, more widely available. I don't know. I just love it. I love it. It's only for very special occasions. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Fair enough. I mean, the thing is, you could take a trip to the States, right, and come back with 6 of these in your bag, and you still wouldn't be breaking any laws because they're only small bottles. But why is it so expensive? If someone does a shipment of them, why is it so expensive? Or go to the USA, yeah. But these are limited too. You probably won't be able to get this one anymore. This one's limited. This one's very limited in the fact that it's going to be gone probably by the end of the weekend, right? Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to drink tonight, but I'm not drinking tomorrow. Like, I don't drink throughout the week, only when I have to on the stream. So I'm not going to booze on a stream just because it's the weekday, right? I mean, just because... Is there alcohol in here? You're damn straight there is. It's actually very, very smooth as well. Very smooth. Probably a little too smooth for what it is. Like, the Lagavulin, when you have 16-year-old Lagavulin, you hit that and you're like, oh, wow, you've got a real smoky... everything's opened up in your mouth, right? It's like, wow, it's on fire. It's a smoke infusion. With this, you're like, oh, it's a smooth, regular Jack, but there's this little extra smashing of smoke. It's kind of like the door opened up and someone just like went and blew some smoke in at the end. Charla, the High Angels barrel share that you had, what would you say was the defining difference? Because I can taste regulation old number 7 in here clearly, but there's the extra bit. What would you say from the High Angels barrel share was the change from regulation old number 7 that you experienced? So good. Keeping an eye on the Discord there if anyone does jump in. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. By the way, just looking through my Discord here, Charlotte Rose, that Lieutenant Oddog who put his own profile picture up and Hannah put it in the Discord, that's not him because his name is Joe and this guy is named Lee or something. But yeah, he's just taken another profile and slammed it there as himself. David Pretty Bread, g'day David, how you going, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. We just opened up Jack Daniel's Tennessee Taster. This guy right here. We just opened up this, and it is a freaking amazing. This is the guy that we've opened up on the stream today. Hickory smoked. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hi, folks. Yes, how are you, David? You feeling good, man? Man, I just put that in the chat. If you wanted to call in on Discord, you're welcome to. We've got the Discord line call in there. It'd be good to hear your voice if you wanted to. You don't have to, but it's there for you. By the way, did I mention I've got a D-Live channel, folks? I don't think I mentioned D-Live either. I got a D-Live channel. I put the link in the chit chat there. You know what I want to do? I kind of want to go and get a bottle of Coke now, but I don't want to get too big. I got to take my car in, actually. I won't do that. What'll I do? Hang on. Forgot about this. I forgot about drinking early in the morning, what that means. Go for a surf. Ribs. Oh, look. My ribs are still sore. What a surprise. Anybody got any tips, folks? What about my ribs here? What are we going to do here? Should I go and get an x-ray? I mean, there is still pain pushing the ribs in. No pain on that side, but if I push these ribs in here, there is a little bit of pain. Now you would say, well, then don't push them in and there's no pain. That's true. What should I do? Sorry, I was cleaning a shower. No worries, Charlotte. No worries. I just asked you. I was just asking you what's the characteristic of the High Angel's barrel share that changes it from regulation Jack. So this is Hickory smoked, which has got the regulation Jack flavor, but there's also this extra little smashing of smoke. In your experience with the High Angel's barrel share, what was the difference there? What was the main thing that hit you on the head? Oh, wow. I'm going to try some neat very soon too. Got some ice here. All I've had is that little bit off the top. So tasty. Charlotte says, it was smooth like you say, not a smoky flavor. It wasn't too strong, even though way more alcohol than regulation. So it had a nice smooth finish, and it wasn't smoky because this one's the Hickory. That's why it's smoky. But it was way more. Yeah, 50. It was 100 proof, right? This is 100 proof too. Yeah, 50%. Unbelievable. Oh, it says here, our master tasters, known by some around here as Tennessee tasters, ensure the quality of our whiskey. This selection extends their experience to you by sharing some of their personal favorite, previously unreleased expressions. Was very smooth, yeah? Very smooth. Very cool, very cool. I'm going to drink this. I'm going to sit here drinking this. I guess this is the thing, folks. This is the thing with these streams. As we move longer form, we're going to open this up to anything. So if you want to have a chat about whatever you want, now's the time. In the chat, if you've got a news story, an article, an item, unfortunately, we can't take links to go and watch content. YouTube is just going to be all over that shizzle. So we can't do that. But if you've got anything that you want to discuss, any conversation topics, please, by all means, pop them in the chat. We'll go ahead and discuss whatever you damn well please. That's the point of these long form streams. We are going to be getting guests and interviews, but at this point, we haven't quite got there. So I want to open this up to anybody for any conversation that you want to have. I'm here for you. I'm going to be here, right? It might not always be a popping show, but I'm going to be here every day for July doing this stream. If you've got anything that you want to address, You want to have a crack at me? You want to have a fight with me? You want to rectify? Jay Boston, if you're watching here and you want to rectify your situation with me, you want to do it on the stream, you're welcome to. I'll take any requests, whatever it is. Will be surfing happening this month. Not this month, Charlotte. Not this month. Definitely not this month, and probably not the next month either. I'm probably going to do September. But, oh, sorry, hang on. Were you asking about surfing content or just me surfing? Because I want to go surfing tomorrow. I'll go surfing, but I don't know about content-wise. Because of the July and the D-Live, I'm not going to get time to make any other content. And then after July, I want to do streaming from Stevan. So August is going to be streaming from Stevan. Just the beach surf, yeah. Just me getting out there, yeah. And by the way, the swell's been insane lately. Been really clean, really good size. I'm really jealous of the crew that were out there yesterday. You know what we could do? I know that I can look at this without getting dinged. We could go to YouTube and have a look at... Where's my YouTube? We could go and have a look at Burra Boys, see what these guys have been up to. Because their content is not going to ding me. If I go Burra Boys. They haven't done anything. Oh, they've been very quiet. Oh no, a month ago. Sorry, I thought this was their most recent. Let's have a look at this. Actually, I should just be careful. Because the music they could have put in will be endemic sound.
Steak? Money's too tight for steak. Steak?
Take another sip heals your pain in the rib.
David Pretty Bread with a £5. Dude, that's £5. Wow, that's a lot of money in Australia, man. Thank you so much, dude. Take another sip, heals the pain in your rib. I'm going to, my friend. I'm going to get back out of this just so that we can see what we're drinking here, but I'm going to definitely have another sip. My plan is to have some on the rocks here. So what I'm going to do, take the melted water out of there. So pretty much just got ice in there now. I'm going to add some Hickory smoked Tennessee Taster Jack Daniels. Oh, this is so good, folks. It feels good to hold too. Like it's a comfortable bottle. Like it's got a good grasp ability. So let's have another one. Not a big one. I don't want to get too drunk here. I got to drive my vehicle into get it checked. I don't want to have too much here, but and also I want to do a fitness walk. Actually, I'm gonna take the vehicle in tomorrow. Oh no, I got to get cock. Oh, we'll work it out. Anyway, we'll just go a splash here, folks. Let's not forget this is 50%. So this is 100 proof. We don't want to go too much. And we don't want to waste a freaking drop, which I did not. I did not drop any. Thank you for the super chat there, David. Much appreciated, man. So there we go. That's now sealed. That's probably how much I'm going to have today, except later on the D-Live, we'll also endeavor to have some more. Now let's add the ice to it. I don't want this to splash up, so... There we go, folks. On the rocks. Tennessee Taster, Hickory smoked. This should open this up a lot. Oh, yeah. Smoother. Yeah, look, man, it's important to taste it neat first to get the actual flavor, and then it's important to open this shizzle up. You could even just put water drops in there, like a few drops of water to... Have you ever put water in whiskey? You watch what happens when you put a few drops of water in. It really goes cloudy and then expands everything. And that's what you do. You're not doing the same thing with ice, but... Alright, it's so good. Let's continue watching the Burra Boys here. Now, we won't have music on because they don't talk anyway, so they're going on a skiing trip here, by the look of it. I'll just confirm that music is loud. Yeah, see, they use all endemic sounds and stuff. And oh, wow, that's not New Zealand. Where's that? That looks like Vanuatu or something. Yeah, that's not New Zealand. And by the way, we can have background tuned. give it my own tunes, right? That's not New Zealand. Where are they? What's this video called? Skiing and traveling around Tyrol, Austria. Ah, Austria. Wicked, man. Thanks, David. Cheers, my friend. Dude, look at that scenery. Europe, eh? I miss it. These guys are skiing? I thought they'd be snowboarding. They're all surfers. What the heck? I thought they'd be snowboarding for sure. They're all surfers. Huh. Wow, that's a strange GoPro. What kind of That's weird, that vision. It's not really wide, is it? Obviously a cam mount, but... Can I send you a link to my cousin's latest song that he wrote? I don't think you can get dinged. Sure thing, Mindy. Are you positive of that, though? You can send a link for sure. Only if you're positive if we can't get dinged for it. If you're 60% sure, that ain't enough. But yeah, go ahead. This is confusing me because these dudes are surfers, right? And they're skiing. You think that their natural inkling would be to snowboard. Very strange that they're skiing. It's not copyrighted. Is he on a label though? Is he signed to a label? If your cousin's signed to a label, then it might not even be, he might not even know it's copyrighted. I guess we should have made that clear too. Like if you guys do have links that you know are good, oh, I don't know, there's too many trolls out there, isn't there? I was gonna say pop them in the chat, but I mean, I know this is clean, even though the sound isn't, but Mindy's got a link. It's okay, there you go, Mindy, cool. Oh, by the way, no one else can put links in the chat anyway, can they? Interesting. You're a mod, so you can. He's not signed to a label. Okay, cool. Cool. So that should be clear. I'll grab that out of here now. Oh wow, Austria looks rad, doesn't it? I'll grab that link out. Thanks, Mindy. That's Australia. Back to Australia. Let's see if there's any comments on here, folks, talking about why they're not, Hey, Mindy! Mindy's on there! Mindy, look at Mindy! Great video. Love the editing, really pops. Mindy? They didn't answer you either. That sucks. Hey, by the way, folks, this is really, really smooth with ice. Wow, it's too good. Mindy, thank you for the linky poo. Let's go over here. Pop that linky poo up there. Give you some volume here. This is Daniel Elixir. Hold on a sec. This is Daniel Elixir, all my friends for Braver Angels. Hendrik, Mindy, oh, look at these Hendricks in there. Rad, this is cool. So this is Mindy's cousin. Mindy, thank you so much for putting this in there. Let's make this full screen.
In a barber shop, they watch TV. Those are all my friends. Some of them may not know me, but they're all my friends.
Wow, this is cool.
All my friends. They're all my friends.
What a great voice.
full of my friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. You might say that it's all in my mind. You might say it's just pretend. Well, those would not be very nice things
What
to
a
say.
lovely voice, Mindy.
But hey, 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 you can still be my friend. All those people at the traffic light, those are all my friends. And some turn left and some turn right, but they're all my friends. They're all my
Can I just stop this for a second? You know what I love about this? And this is something that a lot of people do not do when they make a video. He is really connecting with an audience. He's looking straight into his camera whenever he can. Maybe he's just checking the fingering slightly, then he's looking, whenever he delivers the lyric, he's eyeing up the audience. This is so important. And many people, when they make content, do not do this. Very cool stuff. And the message is pretty clear too, right? Everybody, despite whatever anybody does, they're all friends. Very cool, very cool.
They're all my friends. And all those guys in the prison yard, yeah, those are all my friends. And the cops and the judge and the prison guard are all my friends. They're all my friends. They're all my friends. And every child everywhere, those are all my friends. And in the cemetery, why, who's buried there? Sadly, those were all my friends. The gentle ones and the tough, those with plenty and those with not enough. Oh, how I love all of, how I love all of my friends.
That was really good. Ah, wow, Mindy. Great. So tell me more about your cousin. What side of the family? What is it? Your mother's brother? How does it work? Your cousin would be your mother's son? No, yeah. In my case, my cousin, rest in peace. He's not dead, but he might as well be. My mother's brother's son. What's the connection there? What's his name? Daniel Elixir. Is that his real name, Daniel Elixir, or is that his stage name? Really cool, really cool. David loved it too. Thanks for sharing, Mindy. That's incredibly beautiful. I'm gonna give that a like. I'm not signed in. Can't. Elixir Farm. Very cool. Very cool stuff. My father's brother's son. So your father's brother is his son. So yeah, I'm putting it in perspective of my situation. My mother's brother's son. Yeah, okay, cool. His real name is Dan Roth. And what's his handle? Dan Elixir. I like it. And what's his just looking at his channel there, what's his goal here? Is he trying to get, does he just enjoy playing music, or is he trying to get a deal or something? I mean that song, dude, it's difficult because of the distance, but if he lived up the street, I'd bring him down here to record it properly, right? Like do a real good recording of it. I think it's beautiful. Very, very incredible. Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Mindy. Thank you for sharing. I kind of want to check out something else as well. If it's okay with you. He just enjoys playing music. He's a brilliant artist. Can I check out some more of his content? I see this track here. He's got a Tiny Desk entry, like it must be a competition or something. His paintings and drawings would blow your mind. Let's have a look at this. Hang on a second. Where do you live, Mindy? Like, I'm sorry, not you. Where does he live? Like, what this looks like? This looks like rural. This looks like rural America.
I was minding my own business, cleaning cages at the zoo. I ain't much for talking when I've got a job to do, but when I went to wash the elephant and shovel out his pen, in came 5 blind men.
Southern Missouri. Okay.
When the man there at the tail.
Sorry. I mean, you say that, and I say, cool. I don't know where the hell that is. Let me have a look at a map. Southern Missouri, and I just go, yeah, cool. That makes no sense to me. I don't know where that is, Missouri. Well, there's Missouri. No thanks. Kansas City, Missouri, Southern Missouri. So that would put him somewhere. So he's landlocked, right? Completely landlocked. Pretty much almost slightly to the right of the country. More so dead center of the city of the United States, Southern Missouri. I'm just saying, looking at this map, Mindy, looking at this map, if I went in a little closer and a little bit out, and if you're in southern Missouri, not far from Tennessee, from the distillery is what I was looking at. I'll be honest, that's what I was looking at there on the map, how close he is to the Jack Daniels distillery. You know, he could just cruise on down to the distillery and get a bottle of this for $40. It cost me $220. Actually, a little bit more than that. Anyway, I digress.
Said the elephant is a rope. Some guy at the ear sneered, "Oh, you must be smoking dope." And then somebody off to the side replied, "No, the elephant is a big flat wall." Well, the man there at the foot, he called out, "Balderdash, the elephant is a tree, and your mom is a piece of trash." Then the whole exchange devolved into vulgarity and vitriol. Once I heard the tiger whisper low under his breath, "Whoa, beware the homo sapiens, for they argue to the death. It's always my way or the highway, and if you don't like it, there's the door."
Very cool.
I hear folks debating, is it push or is it pull? And is the glass half empty? Well, my bucket is always full. And if ever there's a shortage by the morning, there'll be plenty more.
His father, and consequently Mindy's uncle, is a jazz musician who plays the xylophone. Of course he is. A jazz musician who plays the xylophone. Well, there you go. The xylophone. Look at this eye contact. If this guy can make contact with the camera so regularly, why can't streamers? He's playing an instrument and singing, and he can still look to the camera. Why do so many vloggers and streamers forget that?
I said, "Please excuse me, gentlemen, but I must intervene. I've got alligators waiting, and I came in here to clean. I have no time for your consternation and hearing all these insults fly just because you can't see eye to eye."
Can I also just say, technically speaking here, the way he's done this, and I'm not sure if you guys are listening in cans or not, but all of his guitar is down the center of both left and right channel, but then he's only putting his vocal in the left channel. Now, either he's used a mono mic and not known about that, or he's intentionally hand it hard left, which is kind of strange. It's making it for an interesting listen. It's like a Beatles record. Dan is one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. I mean, I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it in his music. I'm hearing that he's got something going on up there. Like he's obviously a storyteller, right?
Themselves a spokesman, and he stepped right up to me. He said, "Oh, you think you're special, don't you? Just 'cause you can see. Well, you might not believe it, but we're doing the best we can. And if you don't like it, just step outside and we'll settle this man to man." Then the elephant seemed bothered, and he shook his head around, and he raised his trunk and waved his ears, and he made a mighty sound. Then he walked around in circles, and he stomped a time or two, and then he did that thing that all zoo creatures do.
I mean, what we're hearing here, realistically, what we're hearing here is a Peter Bibby, right? Maybe a Peter Bibby not so. Peter Bibby is a bit more sort of like down in the pits, right? Everything's shit and life is terrible. Whereas this looks kind of more comical, lighthearted, if you like. Still a similar vein as Peter Bibby. And again, Peter Bibby is no different to like Johnny Cash and all the rest in front of him. But if you're looking at modern music, that's what I'm hearing here from your cousin.
Well, the man there at the tail says, "Seems we've all misunderstood. The elephant is just hot and wet and doesn't smell too good. And if you'll pardon me now, I think I'd better go and wash my hands." Sometimes in the morning I can hear the lions rage, and I see the great panther there, he's pacing in his cage. I see the quiet crocodile and the lonely anaconda too. I see the pink flamingo and the grizzly bear at rest, and I hear the great gorilla, he's out there hammering his chest, you know, just as each has his own cage. Each has his own point of view.
Very cool. Do we have time for another one, Mindy? I think we do. I want to see another one. I wonder, is there another place we can go and like, does he have a CD or something, or what's the crack there? Like, can we find out more about him? I told you so. With cows, you know. Let's just let. That's a piano one. Let's check this one out. Mindy says he's a pretty private person, and if he has made CDs, he's only made them available to family. Interesting, but he's got a YouTube channel. Interesting. Are we supposed to be looking at this? Like, does he want this? I mean, it's publicly available. If a record company, if a recording label was to approach him with a contract, he'd tell them to take a hike. I mean, that's unique in itself, right? We like what you're doing. We want to put this in front of other people. We want to pay you. We want to pay you money so that you can sit down and write more music. Fuck off. I love it. Because let me be clear about that. I'd do that for a giggle and a laugh. But if a label said to me, what's it going to require for you to make another album? Well, it's going to require another 7 months of my time, and I want all my bills paid for. Well, here's $25K. Is that enough for you? $30K and we got a deal. $30K to make an album in 6 months? Sure. I'd sign that shit straight away. But I'm not a musician.
You shared your big idea. I recall the time and place. Shotgun in your Carmen Gia. Oh, I told you to your face. I told you so. I told you how this all would end. Don't act like you don't told you time and time again.
Mindy, this dude's rad.
I told you time and time
Sorry, your cousin.
again.
He would tell them he's got to go feed the cows. Doesn't have time to talk to them.
Time
Get
and
someone else to feed the
time
cows.
again.
They'll bring someone to feed the cows. They'll get a cow feeder for you.
I've said your plan was hopeless since it was first introduced. And now your chickens roam, but soon they're coming home to
He will play at coffee shops here and there, but mostly he makes his living by selling products at farmers markets.
you. So
in St. Louis.
I only told you 'cause
That makes it more
as
incredible.
I let you know. I told you this would come to pass. I told you. So spare me this play-by-play.
I really dig it, Mindy. I really dig
Your
this.
life on fire. And spare me your regrets, 'cause man, you're really preaching to the choir. You'll feel a little pain a while, but things will be okay. And I am still your friend, so I'll remind you here today. I told you so. I told you how I had my doubts. Stop acting like you don't know. I told you this would not pan out. I told you so. I told you how this all would end. I tried to show how to be a real friend.
So good.
You. So.
Those camera looks just make this so rad. Look at that! Look at that stare. Now back to the cows, dude. Mindy, that is really, really impressive. I'm glad you like it. I really dig that. I think that guy is. The beauty of him is that he doesn't care. He just wants to make. He wants to get his cows to market. Doesn't care about the music, but that's what makes the music so rad. Folks, we're coming very close to the end of this stream right now. I want to say thank you for the conversation we have here on the two-way street that is the internet. I am going to be live again in a few hours on DLive, where we're going to drink from this bottle using Coke, and I will endeavor to enjoy a lot of that. I'm going to spend the rest of my day doing some fitness. Got to do a few small things and some fitness, and then we'll be on the DLive. I'll be here again tomorrow, as will I be for the whole month of July. If you have anything you want to talk about, feel free to hit me up. Tomorrow, though, is going to be the Armageddon. My album's going to get released in a few hours on DLive, and then we'll do a play-by-play here on the YouTube stream tomorrow. So I appreciate you all being here. Thank you for the super chats up there. I can hear the outro music rolling right now. Thank you all, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow on the stream. No Jack tomorrow, though. No Jack tomorrow. I'm going to drink it tonight. Not all of it. A little of it.
Oh, that's we're out of time.